Hey there guys, we are heading to the Magic Kingdom for the first time in
since January.
Yeah, since January. So it's been a very long time, 6 months, probably the longest we've gone in years without visiting Magic Kingdom. But we're super excited. We're heading over for a preview. See behind us, we're staying over at the Bay Lake Tower, which is beautiful. We'll show you another video, a tour of the room, and a little bit about the resort. But we're super excited to head on back to the Magic Kingdom.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. What are you most excited to do?
7 Doors Mine Train without waiting in a long line.
Oh, that would be awesome. Of course, I want to go on Space Mountain, the best ride in all of Magic Kingdom, of course. But, you know, today I also want to go on the Tomorrowland Speedway. Okay. I think that would be so cool to just kind of relax and drive around Tomorrowland. So
and see the construction for Tron.
Yeah, we'll be passing by that construction on the way over to Magic Kingdom as well. I'm excited to also see all the character cavalcades and see how that works out. So we're gonna bring you along for the ride and we're gonna have some fun today. We got the train station. Flower bed's looking beautiful there. You can see there's a Mickey in the middle.
The brand new castle!
Wow.
Wow, amazing. It actually looks way better in person, but it does look a lot like the Disneyland coloring. Are you excited?
Yeah. It just
We're
feels
here.
great. It feels great just to be here.
It might be hot, but it's worth it if you get this view. Oh yeah. We're off to Fantasyland now. But at first, of course, we gotta check out the partner statue. It's no trip to a Disney park without visiting the partner statue. I think the castle looks great. What do you think?
I think it looks beautiful. I really like the colors. They did a great job.
It's gorgeous. Let's take a closer look.
Got our first character cavalcade here. It's just great hearing the music over in Fantasyland. So some of the cast members are wearing face shields, like some of the ones that are operating attractions might be wearing face shields as well for an extra layer of protection. Some are just doing the regular face mask. But so far, it looks like everyone's doing a good job of keeping their face masks on. Only a couple of people just taking photos, took it off for a second, put it right back on. Our first attraction we're gonna go on today.
Peter Pan!
Peter Pan's Flight. Of course, a classic, one of our favorites over at Magic Kingdom. Normally, you know, easy 45-minute hour wait, sometimes more.
It's definitely a fast pass that goes fast.
Yes, 60 days in advance, absolutely get that.
Let's see what this weight is.
Today is going to be a much different story. We're going to see what the wait is. Look at that, only 10 minutes. Right here in front they have some hand sanitizer before you go in. Disinfect, but yeah, only 10 minutes. Just wanted to show how they have these social distance markers laid out in the queue. Here's more extended one as it gets busier when the parks open up. So they still have the interactive element within the queue. Which is still cool. We got an entire boat to ourselves on It's a Small World. Normally happens like never.
Yeah, you usually have another party, at least one that goes on. We're gonna go enjoy the ride.
We're over in Liberty Square. See, the Liberty Bell is back in docked at the station. Looking beautiful as always. So right here is a nice example of overall how empty it is. You know what the crowds look like. Again, today's a preview day, so not expecting a large crowd, but looks nice. There were some pictures going around that showed it's being crowded. Not the case. Not very crowded. So we found one of our friends, Big Al, up there.
Big Al?
Make sure you look good, yeah.
And we're over at Pico Bill's. You can see how some outdoor seating. You walk up to some of these tables. For your health and safety, this table is not available. So that way, it can be spread out. So we escaped out of the late rain that happened and we went over to the Splash Mountain store. They do not have a lot right now because of all of the merchandise that people scooped up. They have some shirts. I'm not seeing any pins. You might notice that I don't have a mask on right now. We're over at Tomorrowland at Tomorrowland Terrace, normally where they have the fireworks dessert parties. And this is one of the relaxation zones that we showed you before. So you can take off your mask, got something to eat, you can sit down, nice little relax, a little good view as well. You can see Tomorrowland, so it's a nice spot if you get a little bit hot. Or you just want to take off your mask for a second. We finally sat down at the Jungle Skipper Canteen. Took a little bit under an hour and a half, but we were just over by Splash Mountain, went back to the restaurant, and picked up some goodies. We'll go through it later because I don't want to bring it out in front of this restaurant. But it was crazy over there. A lot of people, not everyone was keeping their social distance. We tried to do as best we can to stay away from people. But things were flying off the shelf, especially the plushes. Briar Bear plushes ran out like that right after they brought them out. And we were checking out. We gave up that we weren't going to get it. And right when we were checking out, they bring out an entire bag of Briar Bears. So we got those plushes, got some pins, got the Funko Pop. So we'll show you guys later.
Oh my gosh, no, but people were hounding them for like the Briar Bear when they came out. They couldn't even put them on display.
It's like if you've ever been to like Walmart or Publix during a hurricane and they bring out the cases of water, or probably what happened. a couple months ago when they were bringing out the toilet paper. That's kind of how it was with the prior burgers too. But now we're at the Jungle Skipper Canteen, and so they have a paperless menu, so you can go ahead and scan this QR code. They also have different languages as well, and so that way you can just read the menu right off your phone. All right, so we were able to eat at Jungle Skipper Canteen. Delicious as always. We had the, was it chachapas?
Cachapas.
They're like
It's
little
like
corn.
patties
Yeah.
with like a
With like pulled brisket or something like that.
yeah. It's very good. It's just
Delicious.
pulled pork.
Corn, little salsa on there. Amazing. We had the taste like chicken because it is with the rice, vegetables, delicious as always. And then we each had a nice alcoholic beverage. One of the benefits of going to a sit-down restaurant in Magic Kingdom is that you can have an alcoholic beverage. So I had the Tusker ale, I think it is, and then she had the sangria.
The white sangria, yep.
Sangria. So delicious meal. We're gonna go have some more fun. You know, check out Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and so we're gonna go on to our next stop. So the PhotoPass photographers are out. If you're wanting to get any photos done in front of the castle, you can. You do have to keep your mask on though for all of the photos.
They're asking that you smile with your eyes, so
Yeah.
wide-eyed.
Smile with your eyes, not with your mouth. Welcome to Tomorrowland. My favorite land in the Magic Kingdom. Looks like they have some work being done over here. Wonder what that's gonna be about.
But again, look at all this free space.
Yes.
Lots of free space.
Yes, plenty of space, low crowds, nice. You never see this in Tomorrowland. Why don't we head over to Buzz Lightyear? It's only 5 minutes.
Just got off the ride, and they still have the photos up, obviously, so there we are. And don't forget the Carousel of Progress. People are watching, which is great. And then look up. What do we have there?
So we got off Space Mountain and wanted to take a look at an update on the Tron Light Cycle Coaster. So you can kind of see through the People Mover, the tracks there, and then behind is that building, which would be, you know, where the launch is in the queue, most likely. We'll try to go around over by the Tomorrowland Speedway, see if we can get a better view. You can see a little bit of a different view. If we zoom in, you can see where the track comes out, and there's a drop outside that building. So we noticed when we were in the queue for the Tomorrowland Speedway, you notice all the cast members were spraying down and wiping down all the cars. You can see the cast members right now wiping down the seats and the headrest and the steering wheel of the vehicle before the next group goes on. They're doing a really good job. Fill our magic.
I'm surprised it's going on right now.
Yes. But it is a nice, cool place to get out of the sun and see a nice little show with Mickey and the gang. So when we went on the Haunted Mansion, they did an interesting thing with the queue. It was modified a little bit. So when you, well, first off, we walked all the way up. You didn't go to the interactive part of the queue at all. And then when we got up to the front, so where the stretching room would be. They actually had you walk through the stretching room. So the portraits are already stretched, but you didn't get to see them stretch. And then you just walked right through and then walked right onto the ride. So it was a quick queue, but you do miss out on a little bit of the experience as part of the queue. But they need the extra space, and since normally the queue for Haunted Mansion is really tight to begin with, it's probably smart for them to do that. And of course, the ones who have been owning the Disney parks for the past 4 months, the Ducks. So I know that some of the things as far as snacks are up in the air, and I know like some shops did not let you bring like reusable bags. So there's the question about will Disney allow people to bring back their popcorn buckets for refills? It is on the menu as an option, a $2 refill. So it looks like if you have a popcorn bucket, you can bring it back and get that refill on popcorn. So Splash Mountain has actually been one of the longest waits as far as wait times for this day, according to the My Disney Experience app. So be prepared. This is probably going to be something that is going to be the case for a while, as everyone wants to come and ride this attraction before it goes away. And then also, see behind us, that line? That's for the store to get that merchandise that we got earlier. So everyone's catching on and trying to get their piece of Splash Mountain. So our last ride of the day, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's been like a 30, 35, 40 minute wait all day. Now it's 15. So we're finally gonna do it. So a couple new additions / subtractions to the queue. So the plexiglass also added here as well. So again, another good touch, as you do not touch, to make sure that we have that social distance, right? But as we come over here, you might notice a change. They're no longer interactive. And this is all closed off. So the interactive elements in the queue looks like they've been disabled. Don't know if that's permanent or temporary. Walked into the Emporium on Main Street. One of the things that stuck out are these pass holders. These are all the rage in Tokyo Disney, and I guess they've started to make their way over here. So Rainbow Unicorn, Mike and Sully.
So we've decided to stop at one more restaurant and go to the plaza. So we're here, there's barely anyone here. So we're gonna get something to eat before we head out, right? That's nice because then you eat here right as the park is closing, and then when you get out, there's gonna be less people on Main Street, hopefully.
We got out of the Plaza restaurant. It's about 30-40 minutes after park closing. Nobody's here. This is Serenity. The end of a fun-filled day here at the Magic Kingdom. It feels so good to be back. It's a nice breath of fresh air to have Disney back open again. A little escape from everything that is going on right now.
Yeah, it feels so good. It feels so magical. Sometimes I felt like I was letting my guard down a little, but then I remind myself that we're still in the middle of a pandemic, but it's still nice to be back in Disney, and they're really doing it right.
Yep. Constant messaging over the loudspeakers. You might hear it while we're talking, telling everyone, maintain social distance, keep your masks on, wash your hands, sanitize. And that's one of the things that they did really well, is constantly having that messaging, but also the sanitation everywhere, not only cast members cleaning, but then also the hand sanitizer stations all over the place. all over the place, especially right when you walk on the ride. It was there. Once you got to the end of the queue, there was another one. When you got off the ride, there was another hand sanitizer. So you constantly were cleaning your hands, which is really good. That's going to help stop spread.
It was almost as many as like garbage cans. Not as many, but it seems like that's where they're getting it.
Yeah. So, but a few things overall that we really saw today. The queues were low. A lot of the rides that we went on were walk-ons. So we didn't really have to wait too long. There were only like a couple that we had to wait on.
Well, the only reason we had to wait is, one, they had to clean, so they had to stop everyone from going on, and two, because it was a long wait for some rides because they just got reopened after a weather delay. So, and it was only about 20 minutes of the longest ride we had to wait for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't bad at all.
And so we'll probably continue to see some version of that, possibly a little bit more waits, but a version of that as the park reopens to the public. They're going to be able to go on those attractions and all these attractions and not have those hour waits like we're used to seeing because of the limited capacity in the park. So that's going to be good, and I think that really is going to help guests with not having to go to the park as many days. Because say if you go to a Magic Kingdom on a normal day in the summer, you're going to get a quarter, maybe half of the stuff that you want done. Now you're going to have to go back another 1 or 2 more days in order to get everything done that you want. So for those guests that are coming in, they're able to get everything they want done in that one day. I think that's definitely going to help a lot of people.
And some people had questions, is it similar to like a after hours event? I think it's crowd levels better than an after hours event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it's going to remain to be seen how it's going to look when that park is actually open to the public, because it's just a preview.
But speaking of capacity, we saw that there was not a lot of people at the sit-down restaurants because they spaced those tables out, and that's something that we really enjoyed, especially at the Plaza restaurant, because that view of the castle is very nice. But you don't get to enjoy it as much if it's a lot more people there. So this time it is even better than it originally was. And then we found it surprising how many people were going to the stores. But of course, if you haven't been in a while, you want to see what the new merch is. So Splash Mountain store, there was a lot of people. And the Emporium even had a virtual line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it seems like they're trying to find that balance. I know that they did virtual lines for a Disney Springs for the World of Disney when they first opened. So they're going to find that balance, and they'll see how many people they can let into the store. But it seems like everybody's really emphatic about merchandise, and I think that's something Disney's really happy about. But yeah, the last thing we saw really is Splash Mountain. People are going to go crazy for Splash Mountain. It was consistently the longest wait of the entire day. Throughout the day, there was a queue just to get into the store to buy that merchandise. Luckily, we were able to snag our stuff right here.
And we'll have a video on that later, so to check out our channel. But anything else that you have to say about our awesome day at Magic Kingdom?
I also just saw the cast members were fantastic that were working. All of them were all so happy to be back. They were saying welcome back to everybody. So that just, again, adds a little bit more pixie dust, as they say. Yeah,
thank you to the awesome cast members that make each day awesome here at the parks. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
it was a fun-filled day. We were glad that we were able to catch this on video and share with you guys. Make sure to follow us more for more videos, like and subscribe. Also check out Instagram as well as Twitter. We'll put that in the
description
below about how you can find us there. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you again real soon.